From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
It's a big afternoon of Afternoons LALATE with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. Breaking news as the House now sends that recon to the Senate to get it done faster than initially thought. And breaking news as world markets crash on news of a new variant that may signal we need the stimulus sooner than later. The breaking news as the stock market crashes 1,000 points, cryptocurrency collapses, and world markets are now worried about a new strain to COVID. Senate changes are coming into those incredible recon that so far have about $15,000 of checks in there. But in this recording, you're going to see how it may be upwards of $60,000 checks before the senators make those changes. What will be the changes? I have them in this incredible recon. And then more success stories coming in today as viewers continue to get thousands of dollars this week. Today, yesterday, the day before, from third stimulus, which is still paying out $45,000. It's incredible, great news, and a way to get your bills paid right this moment. Then we're going to turn to student loan debt forgiveness, the exciting details of fifth stimulus, and then if you missed it, the debut trailer that dropped last night for the new, highly anticipated show, Casino, featuring Sirloin, Javita Late, and Blaine 66. Whoa, that is a big threesome. Those details and more, plus the breaking news about this new strain and why its signals need to do this stimulus faster than later. We'll be looking forward to the excitement of holidays, LA, coming up to tomorrow as well on this channel, and everything you need to know to get through this holiday season with your bills paid, your money coming in under fourth stimulus, and your money arriving today under third stimulus. All this big money available for you. I have all the details. Get the pen and paper ready because we have a big, bold, beautiful Afternoons LA direct from Santa Monica, California, starting right here, right now on Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day and hope the weather is good where you are. It got a little windy here and then got cool and it's warming up again here in Southern California. Jump in the live chat, tell me how the weather is where you are. Well, America awaits as the House now sends the recon to the Senate, and that Senate's going to move quicker and faster than initially thought because of the president's new poll ratings falling, and also the breaking news of a massive concern about a new strain of COVID. And now they're signaling they need to get this recon done faster than later. I have the latest details about that breaking news and the recon and those incredible programs. I say about $15,000, but it may be upwards of nearly $60,000 of checks in this incredible recon before the Senate starts adding in their checks. And what are they? I got them in this recording. But no time or place to wait for fourth stimulus because you can get your bills paid today. How? Under third stimulus. I have the latest details on that on this big afternoon's broadcast. Student loan debt forgiveness, $10,000 could be forgiven. I have the latest offer from the president. And then fifth stimulus, really exciting, coming in January. You need it if you're especially on SSI and SSDI and Social Security. I have all those details and more. Plus a look back at that big trailer that dropped overnight on this channel for the highly anticipated series debut of Casino. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this incredible family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. And away we go. In this recording, we got a lot to go over, but we're going to go right into fourth stimulus. Fourth stimulus passed the House of Representatives 2 weeks ago and now is landing in the Senate. And the senators are vowing to add lots of checks in there. But how many checks are in there right already for you? I say about $15,000, but you're going to see very quickly in the first cluster that the number looks like it could be upwards of nearly $50,000 to $60,000 of checks for you in this incredible recon before the Senate just add all the checks on top of that. So get that pen and paper ready. Here we're going to go over an overview of those checks and some new twists right today. They got in there hazard pay, and also the $4,000 of elder care. Hazard pay for that earned income tax credit got in there. The $4,000 of elder care got in there. They got in there the $4,000 to care for young children. Also, they got in there the Pell Grant $550 check for my college students. They got the home repairs. If you live in a low income community, they got in there the CTC, the child tax credit for the young children, about $3,600. And then they got in there a big surprise that no one saw coming. It's $12,500 for the purchase of a new electric vehicle, and it is a front end check. What? Yes. Suddenly we went from 15,000 to 30,000 in just a blink of the first minute of this video. Stay with me because I'm going to show you how you get this incredible sums of money in a second. Let's go to the first add-on. It comes from the illustrious Maxine Waters. She got in there money to go buy your first home. It's huge. She wanted $25,000. She got a little bit less, but this would be free money given to the seller when you go to buy your first home. How do you get it? I have it coming up later in this video. Let's turn to the second cluster of checks, and here we go. We got in there home repairs, also paid leave. We got in there the household tax credit, and also the pre-K money for those people in school. Now, the home repairs is for weatherizing your home. And weatherize your home are things like windows that can sustain natural disaster. So what type of natural disasters what are we looking at? For example, let's say you have a beach house and you're at the beach and looking out the window, and then suddenly you look and you say, is that the check walking by on the beach? I haven't seen the check in months. Hey, check, how you doing? It's not a waivable check. Darn check. Let me get at him. I'll hit down this window. The window won't break. Even if it's not a waivable check, the window will not break because it's a weatherized home. Let's go to the second add-on check that comes from the illustrious Bob Casey. It is free money to go. It is a money for my seniors. And in this case, it's a covered benefit. It's $250 billion for free home health care, and also for individuals who are seniors and people who are disabled. How do you get it? It's coming up later in this video. Stay with me. We go to the third cluster of checks. Here we go. In this third cluster, we got seniors and free internet. Wow. This is where we get deliciousness. They got free school meals for all, tax breaks checks, cheaper prescription medication, immigration reform, farmers. We got money for elections. We got a free internet. We got in there also the workers and the Medicare expansion. The Medicare expansion is truly indicative of what we're looking at in the House versus Senate dance walk. Why? Because the House has two provisions for Medicare expansion, and the senators say we're adding three more on top of it. The House has in there the expansion of Medicare for hearing and for the Medicaid gap states. But the senators say we're adding three more provisions, and they are vision, dental, and the lowering eligibility age of Medicare, which brings us to MSC, which stands for monthly IRS stimulus check. Several legislators, no less than three in the last 7 days, their senators have told viewers of this channel they're still putting in that MSC. And over the last few months, starting the month of May, all the way to the present, starting with WR, with Casey, and Coons, and bringing it all the way up to the present, 6 legislators, 6 senators have told viewers of this channel they're putting in an MSC, and they are the people you want to advocate to. They are Casey Coons, Sanders Schumer, Warren Wyden, the 2 C's, the 2 S's, the 2 W's. The last time they talk about the provisions, they said $1,000 the first, $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter for 6 months, and that the eligibility would be the same as a third stimulus check. Single individual, 75,000 or less, they got it. Married couple, 150,000 less, they got it, double it. Family 4, quadruple it, they got it. And then if they're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, or their adult dependents, they got that third stimulus check as well. So they vow it to be the same. What's important to understand is you need to advocate, because guess what? We're now in the Senate. And you're going to see in the second half of this recording in which the senators say they're adding a lot of things into this recon. And they want to hear from you. And this is their message from them to you and me. This is from the chief of staff to the #1 senator in the recon. They now have in total, between congressional senators' offices, received more advocacies from the Purple Power than the American Petition. They have a better understanding of what people are going through. And they have heartbreaking stories, and they're the voice of the people who has become too loud to be ignored in ULA. Please continue your continued advocacy as a professional voice of the people you have become until this becomes a law. Absolutely. What's important to understand is that you need to dedicate some time in your given week to pick up the phone and advocate. Their offices may be closed today for the weekend, but they're still able to receive voicemails. So pick up the phone and call those voicemails. Meantime, also dedicate yourself 1 to 2 days this week or more at least to pick up the phone and get some money to pay your bills under third stimulus. That money is available right now. And in the second half of this video, I'm going to show you how to get your bills paid right now. It's third stimulus. It's coming up in the second half. We'll be turning back over to the Senate changes that are going into that recon. What are these additional checks that will grow that recon bigger than 15, bigger than 50 or 60,000, potentially $100,000 of checks for you? We'll be turning to student loan debt forgiveness, the latest on those student loan debts, and fifth stimulus. Plus, we'll be looking at that trailer that dropped overnight for the new highly anticipated show on this channel, Casino. Those details and more coming up after the commercial break. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now from Santa Monica, California, as that recon passes the House of Representatives, heads over to the Senate. And the senators vowed to add lots of checks to it. We're looking at the recon so far landing the Senate about $50,000 so far, but could grow bigger. It's growing faster by the hour. Then those checks that could come to your hands today, I have the latest details. It's third stimulus. Student loan debt forgiveness, what's going on with that? An additional $10,000 is on the table. Can you get it? Then the big money for fifth stimulus, which would pay you a lot more money every month, a lifetime. Those exciting details and more as we go into a big second half of this recording. And the breaking news that caused Wall Street to crash 1,000 points today. Those details and more, and this is LALATE. So subscribe. At 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this incredible family. Like this video and consider becoming a member. Coming up next is Evenings LALATE, brand new show tonight. And then countdown and streaming stimulus. So subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member to get that incredible newsletter tonight. And here we go. It seems like every day we have a new surprise, and we do have a major surprise today. What is the surprise today? A new strain of COVID that is deeply troubling. Minutes ago, Wall Street was reacting yet again to the breaking news. If you didn't see it earlier today, this is what happened. Wall Street, world economies, U.S. markets, cryptocurrencies, everyone immediately saw things crash as a new strain was identified out there coming from the southern countries of Africa. This is the most significant variant we have encountered to date, and urgent research is underway to learn more about its transmissibility, severity, and vaccine susceptibility, says UKHSA Chief Jenny Harris. Why is this so disconcerting, and why is this so troubling? Is that the strain, the new variant called B11529, is detected in a small number of South African countries and immediately caused the UK to ban all flights to and from South Africa, Lesotho, Botswana, Namibia, Eswatini, and Zimbabwe. And this strain carries 10 mutations compared to the 2 mutations for the Delta variant, which was the dominant strain all much of the later this year. The reaction has resulted in big concerns for U.S. markets. Immediately, Wall Street crashed 1,000 points instantly. Then, cryptocurrency crashed instantly. Bitcoin, Ethereum, many of the major cryptocurrencies fell 10% in just minutes. Bitcoin fell to its lowest level since October. This is deeply concerning. And what does this mean for the president and recon? You know what it means. It means he needs to get this recon done faster rather than later. This is on top of the news that I delivered yesterday, which was the following. The president already senses a sense of urgency to get the recon done fast. Why? Because his popularity in the polls is sinking dramatically despite major wins from the president the last 7 days. What were they? One, he passed the infrastructure, and as you and I had been reporting and seen over the last few months, infrastructure doesn't impact America's pocketbooks, so Americans don't resonate to the infrastructure passage. Number two, the recon passed in the House of Representatives didn't resonate with the American people because people say it's been taking too long. Number three, the release of part of the oil reserves of the United States government to help bring down the price of gasoline didn't work. Many people didn't think it would work. And then finally, one of the big surprises, which was the lowest unemployment numbers in nearly 50 plus years. As you know, unemployment numbers are released every Thursday morning, but because Thursday was Thanksgiving this week, it was released on Wednesday by the Department of Labor, and they showed that for the first time we had unemployment numbers in levels we had not seen since the 1960s. It's the best unemployment and the lowest unemployment level since 1969. It's the lowest unemployment for 51 years. So with all that good news before the bad news today about the new strain of the variant, then the concern is how quickly they can get it done. The House, the Senate, and the White House all collectively say they need to get this recon done faster than later because of the new concerns. And so let's go into this incredible recon story right now. We have the House, and then we have the Senate add-ons. When we look at this recon so far, the graphic may say $15,000 of checks in this forced recon coming out of the House. It's likely about $50,000 to $60,000. We already saw the $12,000 for the car, so that brings us to nearly to $30,000, 27,000, 28,000. But you're going to see really quickly that the new provisions they added on top of that pay a lot more money than we initially thought. First, they got in there paid leave. Paid leave pays a fortune. How much does it pay? Thousands of dollars. How much does it pay specifically? Single $75,000 or more annual salary, you would get $1,700 a week. $35,000 annual salary or more, you would get $800 a week. $15,000 annual salary or more, you would get $400 a week. Up to how many weeks? 4 weeks per year. Yeah. So on the high end, it's $5,000 to $6,000 a year. It's a lot of money. Now, the great news about it is that if you don't work, but you live with someone who does, that takes care of you, they're going to get the check on behalf of you or the household. For example, let's say you live with your son or daughter and they have to take off from work 1 time per week to take you to the doctor. Then they're going to get the check because they had to take off from work to take you to the doctor. Wow. They got in there the SALT cap, raising up from the 2017 tax reform. And the 2017 tax reform said you can only deduct $10,000 on the federal tax return of what you pay in state and local taxes. And now you'll be able to deduct $72,500. They got in there $40 billion of free job training. Great, because we're still undergoing the great resignation of 2021. Americans are quitting in record numbers to take higher paying jobs. Now you can get training before taking that new job. And for my seniors who want to go back to work, you will be able to, under fifth stimulus, and still get your benefits check like Social Security. Stay with me. That's coming up in a second. The Medicaid gap fix, they got that in there. I get a lot of questions about this. This is for cheaper insurance or for insurance if you don't have any. This is the 12 Republican states where the governors are Republican and they refuse to pay for Obamacare. Now they got a workaround plan this recon. They'll offer years of subsidized private insurance to low-income uninsured people in those states. Then finally we got to the housing assistance. It's the best provision of this entire recon. Do you have the pen and paper ready? Because here we go. This is where it gets deliciousness. They have in there 6 provisions. The first 3 look familiar, do they? Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance. Yeah, that is third stimulus coming back under fourth stimulus. Then they got in there the home repairs, weatherize your home, and also the first-time home purchases. Now, you notice that it repeats third stimulus. That's what's great because you don't have to wait for fourth stimulus to become a law because third stimulus is available right now to pay your bills still. And I brought third stimulus back on this channel about a week ago. And every single day, I get another viewer at least, sometimes 3 to 4 viewers a day, that got thousands of dollars that day from third stimulus because I brought it back in the recording. So get that pen and paper ready. I'm going to show you how to get rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, food, and more to get your bills paid today under third stimulus, which is already law. And I've had a lot of success stories come in the last few days or even hours. Here's Mary Lou, who came in with this message on Thursday. Mary Lou said, thank you, LALATE. I just got 3 months of rent, $900 a month, and I got electricity and I got water. I appreciate you so much. You're the best. I appreciate you too, Mary Lou. You know why I like her story? Because she got 3 items paid. 3 items. Now, Mary Lou, try to go get that 4th and 5th. Great job. I also like it because she got $900 a month in rent. Yeah, so you can see you can get big sums of rent. Next, we have Morale. Morale got 6 months, plus he previously got 2 months, and also got 4 months before that, and make it 2 more months. I just love that. That's exactly what I teach on this channel. Getting multiple rounds. Keep on getting round after round. Keep on doing it, Morale. Now, also, Morale, try to get the other items besides just the rounds of that item. Jay Grant got for himself and his wife $5,000 for rent, and it's for past due and also new rent. Actually, it's all new rent. And then they got some lighting. We couldn't have done without your support. We speak for all of us. We love you, LA. I love you too, Jay Grant. So Jay Grant, go get those utilities as well. Now that you get a rent, go get some other utilities because you got light. Scarpia got Snap. Good, Scarpia. Melissa got nearly $10,000 this week. She got 2 items of rent, then she got some electric, then she got another type of electric. Great, Melissa. Now, Melissa, go get some other utilities like water. Larica, everyone loves Larica's story. Why? Because she got wood. Her home is powered by wood burning stove, wood burning fuel, and so she got wood to 2022. Wow. Terry Rose loves the story. I do too. Chris says, I want to pass on some good news. We got 3 more months of rent, which is about $4,800, and more utilities. We previously got $10,000 from your channel, so that's great. He heard me. Go get another round, and I like that. So he got another round. And you also see his monthly rent is $1,200, so he got a lot of rent from just month to month on this channel. I really appreciate your help. I would never have known about this in the process, and so I started following you and listening to you and interacting with other viewers. Absolutely. And keep on interacting with viewers. Sophia, she got heating oil. And there you go. The jobless claims number released on Wednesday was at 199. Wall Street was looking for 260, and this is the best number since November 15th, 1969. So let's go to the money for rent and utilities and mortgages and starting right now. Number 1, you qualify. You absolutely qualify. You qualify if you're single, if you're married, if you have children, don't have children. Old, young, red state, blue state, ahead on bills, behind on bills, you qualify. And here's the money for rent. There you go. This is not the current numbers because now they are much higher. Viewers are getting an average about $40,000 for rent now. So they've gone up an astronomical amount. How do you get this money? You're going to reach out to 6 places. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall and State House Authority. And the keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID. Rent or mortgage utility assistance because of COVID. There you go. You also want to do the same thing for mortgage assistance. The key 3 things you want to think about are 1, you want to get multiple rounds. Number 2, you want to get applications on file everywhere. And number 3, you want to keep on applying. So if you got rent from organization 1 in February, go back to them, get another round. If you got rent from one organization yesterday, go get rent from another organization today. You can do that. And let's then jump into the utilities. Wow. These numbers growing up a lot. They're now $15,000 for Mark's brother-in-law and other people across the board. You want to get utilities from as many companies as you have. Reach out to all of them. And utility bills are going to go up a lot. Heating oil is going up 49.1% year to date, says the Consumer Price Index number released last week. Then you want to get food. This is from Department of Agriculture. If you qualify for a third stimulus check, why are you paying for your own food? You shouldn't. It's SNAP, and you get it from Department of Agriculture, and it has gone up a lot. It is now $25,000 for Mark's brother-in-law each year. That means over the next 10 years, he's going to get $250,000 as a viewer of this channel. Incredible. You want to get multiple items. You saw in the people succeeding today, my success stories, they all got at least 2 items. Here's Nisi, 3 items. She started with Art Sullivan by getting 3 items. Mark at the time had 2 items, 32,000. I said, Mark, go get that third. So he did. He went from 32,000 to 50,000. Then he got more items. Now he's at $100,000. Lorraine, she was at 105, and now she's at 120. This is how you do it. So you want to keep on pushing to get round after round, which turns us to Johnny's incredible story. Johnny's incredible story started a few weeks ago when he had nothing from this channel, and he started listening. And by the Wednesday, he and 2 other people each got $45,000 from 3 items approved from watching this channel. Great. 3 days, 45,000, pretty good, wouldn't you say? That's third stimulus. But he heard my message, do not stop, and he didn't. By Friday, he had 7 items approved. That is great. Why do I like this story? Because to get 7 items approved in 7 days, he had to have made about 15 phone calls. So he clearly made the effort I want you to make. 15 phone calls. You're going to get some no's. You're going to get some yeses. And he got 7 yeses. How much? $80,000 in 1 week. It's incredible. Now, the second part is Johnny's story I really like, and that's what happened with the following Monday and Johnny and his family members. He reached out to them and said, I got $80,000 from where? That YouTube channel with LALATE. Oh, I've heard about him. How did he get you that money? From third stimulus. They said, Johnny, I've been watching third stimulus on the cable news channels, and there is no money in third stimulus except a $14 stimulus check. Yes, there is, Johnny says. They don't cover it, broadcast channels or cable. He covers it, and it's there. By the end of the week, those 2 family members went from disbelievers to believers, and each got $50,000. What's going on here is that you're going to see whether we're talking about an MSC or Maxine Waters' first-time home purchases or rent or weatherizing your home or any of these provisions. Broadcast media doesn't cover it. Cable, YouTube channels, print media, local news does not cover it. If they don't cover it, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means they don't choose to cover it. LALATE is now the number 3 financial news channel in America. The number 1 is covering stocks. The number 2 is covering the economy. And this is number 3. But I don't cover futures or options like the number 1 channel does. Doesn't mean that futures and options don't exist. It just, I don't cover it on this channel. So if you tune into the number 1 channel and the number 1 broadcaster in the nation and they don't cover rent assistance, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's just they don't cover it. And there you go. Let's continue with rent, where we go to those 3 new add-ons on the 4th stimulus recon. Those new ones are the home repairs. Number 1, this is going to be a grant, low-income community homes. Number 2, weatherize your home, all types of homes, all types of communities. Number 3, home purchase, first time. It's going to be first time single-family residence money given to the seller during the escrow. Let's go back into those other provisions of the recon. So we got in there. Also, $150 billion for seniors and people on disabilities, free home health care. You won't have to do anything for this. This will just be an automatic benefits. $550 check for the Pell Grant for my college students. This is automatic coming to you. And then we have the climate-friendly incentive of the $12,500 for the electric vehicle. Yeah, there's several twists and turns about this. Everyone finds this very fascinating. I do too. Number 1, over the last few years, if you went into a dealership to buy a Tesla or went online to buy a Tesla, and it said this minus $7,500, the $7,500 you get when you file your tax return as a rebate from the federal government. This will be much better. This will be literally you walk into the dealership, say, I want to buy that car. It's $30,000. Okay, you pay $12,500 less when you take out your wad of cash to pay for the car. That's the difference. It is at the time of purchase, it'll be $12,500 less. But there's something that's wrong with this provision that's going to get changed. I believe it's going to get changed. It violates U.S. trade policies between U.S., Mexico, and Canada, which says you cannot pass a rule that discourages a price of a good or service made in one country over another. What's an issue? The car has to be U.S. auto manufacturer, Ford, for example, U.S. labor, okay, for unionized workers, and has to be made in a U.S. plant, okay, a Ford plant, that is on U.S. soil. Wait a second. How many U.S. soil plants are making U.S. cars that are electric at the moment? One, two, three. Why do we have a provision that does three cars? That doesn't make any sense. For example, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, a beautiful SUV, it's electric. It qualifies until we get to the last sentence, U.S. soil, because the factory with U.S. workers is in Mexico. That should not be a provision that should be excluded. Next, we have $65 per child of child nutrition. Then we go to the incredible provision of this recon, which is the cheaper medications. Wow. Ending 2 years of battle. Now medications will be cheaper day one. 20 medications, the most expensive medications, will be cheaper for my Medicare recipients. It's like diabetes and cancer and arthritis, the most expensive, Medicare Part B and Medicare Part D. And then by the year 2028, it will grow to 30 medications. They cannot increase more than the rate of inflation. If they do, there's a penalty provision. Penalty provision? You can't do a penalty provision. And so says Pat Toomey, the Republican senator, who I think he's right. He says the Senate parliamentarian is going to review that this coming week and other provisions, and I think it's going to come out. Those provisions say that you cannot do certain things. And what are the other ones? Immigration reform. I believe it's coming out. I don't think you can do an immigration reform. She previously said you cannot, the Senate parliamentarian. And also paid leave, going to be a big question mark on that one. The senators vow they have a lot of checks to add to this incredible recon. And what's important to understand is that these are the same senators who say they're going to add an MSC. We have Bernie saying it's the best bill since the 1960s, but there's major gaps that need to be done. Wyden, Casey, Coons, Sanders, Schumer all say the same thing. So get that pen and paper ready because it's time for some more checks right now, and we're going to go into that. Universal pre-K. This is a front-end check to you. It's incredible. Childcare, back-end check. Child CTC, the CTT check, that's front-end. $3,600 or $3,000 based upon the age of the child, low-income household. Earned income tax credit for my for my hazard pay workers, essential workers. This is a back-end check 1 year. Home health care, they got it in there as a covered benefit. Hearing aid, they got that in there as a check. And then we already covered the Pell Grant, the housing, and also the money for the food. So what is Bernie adding in there in addition to the push to add an MSC? He says he's going to add in there lowering the eligibility age of Medicare, dental, and vision. First, lowering the eligibility age of Medicare, he wants it to go to 55. It's currently at 65. Bob Casey wants it at 60. Number two, he wants to get in there dental. He initially wanted 10 years of full benefits. Not possible, too expensive. Then he wanted to do 3 years of full benefits. I think that can happen. And then the last time we saw this in there, $850 checks. I don't think it cut it. It's not enough money. Then vision. He wants to get a pair of frames in there and an eye exam per year. One of the two, one of each of them. $150 get out the door. Very, very simple. I believe it's easy to be done. And yet we will see that as Frame Wars continues coming up next week. But student loan debt forgiveness could come as early as next week. It's an executive order, and the Democrats should take it. Chuck, Liz, what are you doing? There's a $10,000 offer on the table of $10,000 student loan debt forgiveness. The president has made that, and the Democrats should take it. Does not preclude them from asking for the remaining of that $50,000 next year. The president already forgave student loan debts for individuals who became disabled. People went to work in the nonprofit sector, and people went to work in the public sector 10 years after graduation. This stimulus heating up. Wow. This stimulus is heating up in January. Why do you need it? Your benefits are undervalued. Your benefits were undervalued pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and now after the pandemic. So they're going to raise your benefits up one time to get you caught up. Then apply a new benchmark, which will be inflation, no longer COLA, starting in December 2022, which means you'll get 1, 2, 3 lifts in 1 year. They're going to remove the asset cap, remove the income cap, and remove the marriage penalty. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to marry your longtime love interest. Finally, if you haven't become a member, what are you doing? The membership link is under the video. Become a member today and get to the incredible newsletter that comes out Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via the YouTube alert system and the LALATE alert system. It features the big money available under first, second, and third stimulus for you to get. It's important to get that newsletter because it details the 6 places you reach out to, the keywords you say, the 5 nonprofits. It also features the money available from rent from Treasury. Important to read that before making the phone call. And viewers who are members have done so much better than viewers who are not members, because no matter how many times I say on a recording, there'll always be someone who's not a member who doesn't follow all the different steps. And if you don't follow the steps, it's highly likely you're not going to get the money. And once you get the money, it's thousands of dollars. Once your bills paid. So consider becoming a member today and get that incredible newsletter. Meantime, did you see the excitement that happened on this channel 2 days ago? 2 days ago, this channel rolled out its 2021 season debut of its show that aired first last year, called Holidays LA. Holidays LA airs on 11 a.m. live on air every day on this channel now, in the time slot for noontime or home. Holidays LA is a bifurcated show. The first part of the show covers this, and the second part of the show covers holiday decor, holiday spirit, holiday decorating. It's a lighthearted show, and it's revamped for the 2021 season, with me now doing live interactivity with viewers in the second half of this video. So jump on in and have some holiday fun with me every day at 11 a.m. live on air Monday through Friday for Holidays LA. Here again is the trailer for that show, which debuted 2 days ago and is airing today on this channel as well. And that is daily at 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, live on air, Holidays LA. We've had a lot of fun so far on that show, and it's live interactivity with viewers sending me their comments during the broadcast, and also me answering your questions on air from the day before. Meantime, after great anticipation, after big requests, the show you've asked for is coming to this channel. Last night, this channel dropped the trailer that you have been wondering and waiting for. It's for the new anticipated hit show, Casino. It's starring Sirloin, with appearances by Javita Light and also Blaine66, and reoccurring appearances by myself sporadically. It's a great show, and it's all going to be redone for this 2021 holiday season. It's a limited run show. It will be live on air, and it's going to be a mouthful. Get your ribs ready, get your hairstyle ready, get the scarves ready, and get your wild cow tongue ready as well, because Sirloin will not be holding back. It's the holiday season, and you know what Sirloin does when he looks at situations. We need a little bit of levity, we need a lot of information, and we need a lot of moolah. And that's the spirit of this channel, showing you how to get money, how to apply the situation to your situation. Continue to send me your messages live to social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram of the big success stories you've gotten for rent, utilities, and mortgage assistance. I don't care if it's $100, I don't care if it's $10,000. Send me your story. stories so I can feature them live on air, because when you do, you help other people to inspire them to get their bills paid. We were doing this a year ago today, and we're doing it again this week, getting your bills paid with money that's available under existing program. And with that, let's take a look and go out with the excitement of the trailer that dropped yesterday for the highly anticipated new show, Calcino. And with that, thank you for joining me on a big, bold, beautiful afternoon's LA. Coming up next is evening's LA. It's at 5 o'clock. It's brand new today. Then we have Countdown at 7 o'clock. Stream Stimulus at 7. Sirloin at 8. And then we got shows at 9, 10, and 11:30 tonight. Continue tomorrow morning at 3 and 3:30. And then 4 a.m. with Early Mornings LA. All about for stimulus. Very informative shows. The same programs then, the same programs now that are in that recon. Learn about the programs, bring that information on camera, and bring your questions as well. I'll answer them across the board. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving. Hope you're ready for the holidays. Happy Halloween. Happy Easter. I'm giving you a happy birthday for everyone that had like 12 birthdays already this week. And happy Bacon Week. I don't know. I made that up because new holiday as well. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful week and a beautiful weekend, and stay with LA for more.